Hey y'all, welcome to my live. Here we go. Listen, okay? I have been busy and I have things to do, but I keep on getting the nudge and the urge to do this reading. So I can't always do what um, I want. You have to do what you need to do. Okay? Somebody needs to hear that. But you're not tapped in. That's something that needs to be said, but you're not tapped in. But you're gonna be. If that's what you're trying to get to, you're gonna be. Okay? Right now it's detached from you or separated from you. Whatever it is that you're looking to know or do. Hold on, I gotta drink my coffee. I'm sorry. Sorry if you can hear the liquids going down my trachea. I am a early morning riser because it's the only time I get peace. It's the only time I get time to myself is if I wake up at 4:30 in the fucking morning. Okay? I enjoy my peace. I will sacrifice my sleep to to be able to relish and revel in my peace. Everything, every choice that you make, this is my own philosophy. Every choice you make has its own responsibility and sacrifice. Okay? Usually, when you make a choice, you're leaving something alone and picking something up, you know? There's responsibilities for every choice that you make. There's a consequence, there's a sequence of reaction. It's the message that needs to be. Somebody is obsessed. I don't know what that's about, but I'm not taking that right now. Let me see that. Whoever's going to see this video needs to know what to need to know, what to need to say. Somebody needs to burn ancestor money and smudge. Somebody needs to smudge. It says clear, cleanse, and purify. Recharge, rejuvenate, remove negativity, cord cutting. And burn ancestor money. Maybe you should spend some, you need to spend some money on your spiritual needs. Florida water, sage, smudge stick, candles, oils, herbs. Maybe drinking some herbal tea to help with this cleansing that you need. Murdoch root, I'm not sure why that's popping into my head, but ginseng tea is good for energy. Green tea is good for energy. What else? The stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Oh, okay. The Lord has done this, and it is marvelous in our eyes. Psalms 118, Psalms 118, 22 to 23. You might be the black sheep. You might have been, for me, another version of black sheep, okay, is the sacrificial lamb. You know, people kind of put things on you that weren't for you to carry, weren't for you to own. It was for them, and they kind of refused to own it, even though they built this house of bullshit, right? But they want you to fix it. They want you to be responsible for what they created, which is not making much sense to me. Right? As the black sheep, aka sacrificial lamb, you need to cleanse yourself. You need to cleanse your area. You need to cleanse another one. Look at this. Look at this. A cleanse is desperately needed. Somebody needs to do a cleansing. Maybe play some meditation music, burn some sage, take a salt bath. You know, it's really not that you don't have to make it ritualistic or ceremonious. You can just, as you're taking a shower, get you a bowl of water, put some salt in it. When you're making that bowl of water with salt in it, concentrate, use intention, claim this bowl of water as purifying and cleansing you, taking away any negativity, evil eye, or anything that might be stuck on you, you feel is stuck on you, cleansing that away. Yeah. Affirmations for clean living. I honor my body so that my spirit may flourish. Yeah, there's something going on that you're unaware of. And I think somebody might be um, playing games with you, playing games with your heart, with your feelings, with your mind, telling you something is what it isn't, or something that isn't what it is. You know, people, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. People want to distract you. People want to deter you. People want you to do what they want you to do because they know what's best for your life, even though they're utterly unhappy in their own life, what they created. Like I said before, the cornerstone, Psalms 118, they created something and they're now rejecting it, but they want you to carry it. They want you to fix it. They want you to do something about it. Not your problem. It sucks to suck, but it ain't your problem. You know, I don't record myself with the notion that I know what I'm going to say. Usually, when I do come on here, um, it's an urge. And whatever cards come out, they come out and I read them. Okay, here's another one. Luke 11:23. Sorry for the funky looking 3. Whoever is not with me is against me. This is what Jesus said. Jesus spoke. Whoever is not with me is against me, and whoever does not gather with me scatters. So soon enough, you need to burn sage, Palo Santo, ancestor money. you need a cleanse of your physical environment and your inner environment. That's why somebody has a binding spell on you. Somebody is doing um, magic so that you feel compelled to do something. Somebody has a binding spell on you. And that's why you need to cleanse. That's why this is coming up. You need to do a cleanse because somebody is trying to tap into um, your energy and harvest it and utilize it for their own wants, needs, and gains. So, be very understanding of the situation if you can. Be very cautious and keep God in your thoughts and your prayers throughout the day. Throughout the day, keep God in your thoughts and your prayers. Something about childhood trauma. I just saw the card that said stuck, and this shit came out again. I'm taking it. Yeah, so there is some witchery going on. And not all witchery is bad witchery. But when you do bad things, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. When you do bad things, you don't get good things. Whoever is doing this, they don't realize they place themselves against you. Luke 11:23. They place themselves against you. They place yourself in the position of your enemy. They did that. You didn't do that. You're living your life. You're trying to do the right thing. And they're trying to, like a succubus, use your energy. You have God's favor. Unfortunately, with God's favor comes the devil's attention, right? Because when you have favor by the Lord, it's seen. You have a natural glow. You might you might be a little older and hear somebody say, "You have very youthful skin. Oh, you have a glow to you. Are you pregnant, or did you get money? Like, why are you so glowy?" It is your spirit. It is your essence. And that is what this binding witchcraft bullshit is about. You have to, affirmations, you need to say affirmations. Maybe while you're taking a shower, doing a salt bath, you have to smudge every day, maybe even multiple times a day. Burn ancestor money. Connect with your ancestors, angels, and guides for clarification, for guidance. The Lord said, this card popped up, faith. Job 1:12. This is God's favor, but Satan's attention, as well as Satan's attention. The Lord said to Satan, very well then, everything he has is in your power, but on the man himself do not lay a finger. Then Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. Now the story of Job is that in a matter of 1 hour, this man was so faithful. He would, speaking of burning sage and ancestor money and Florida water, Palo Santo, speaking of on that, Job would every single day do burnt offerings, which usually meant they would take, I believe it was a ox. They called it an oxen. Maybe not a donkey. And they would take livestock but it had to be pure and clean. No blemishes on the body, nothing like that. And they would burn it in offering to God for His blessing and His protection, and to show your faith and your love and your trust in God. And so Job used to do this every single day. He even did it for his children, with the notion that his children would be sinful or are sinful and know not what they do. So for his children, he would do the burnt offerings, and he would pray for his children. He was faithful. This man had 10 children, 7 sons, and 4 daughters. Or was it? No, 6 sons and 4 daughters. And they were very close, his children. And he had thousands of livestock. He had hundreds of servants. He was very rich, what they consider rich back in those days. And that's why in that story, the angels brought Satan to the Lord, in front of the Lord. And Satan spoke with the Lord and said, "You have a hedge. Have you not created a hedge around him? Take everything away from him and he'll curse your name." So for some time, God and the devil made an agreement that God allowed the devil to do whatever to Job. And the devil was like, "Job will surely curse your name and go against you." Now, Job never cursed his name. However, the devil, within a day or within an hour, there was a tornado that took the lives of all his children. All of his children, as I said, they were close. And they were together in the house having dinner. I think it was one of his son's birthdays. They were having dinner all together as siblings, which is a beautiful family thing. And out of nowhere, there was a tornado that came and blew the house away, killed everyone. And then all of his livestock, well, I'm saying he had thousands of goats, sheep, ox. He had donkeys. He was like a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? For back in the day, with all that stuff. And his children died. All of his livestock, which is his financial stability, was taken away. And then after that, he never cursed God. Job never cursed God. He remained faithful. However, he was in pain and he was confused. Like, why, God, why would you do this to me? What have I done to you? If you hate me so much, just kill me, kill me. And it wasn't God. It was the devil. It was the devil. Sure, God and Satan made up and had an understanding when it came to Job, and God knew Job's heart. That's something I feel like the devil doesn't understand. He knows when you know there's a connection with God and you keep that, but he doesn't know your heart. He doesn't know your thoughts. Now he could implant a seed of doubt, but he cannot hear your thoughts unless you speak them out loud. He cannot hear your thoughts. He cannot read your thoughts. If you write them down, he can't read them. He can't. It's not of his understanding. So the point of all this is that there is, if you're going through something, it is more than likely somebody putting a hex or a spell on you, because they just want you to do what they want you to do because you're the black sheep. You're the one that, the finger pointer, you're the one that's always judged and ridiculed. You gotta do better, you ain't shit type of thing. Don't pay attention to that. That is Satan. That's the work of the enemy. That's the work of someone that is trying to boil you over so that you become unable to realize what's actually going on, which is this witchcraft. This witchcraft that you need a cleanse. Somebody needs to hear this. You need a cleanse. You hear me? You need a cleanse. And you need to go back to God. You need to pray. I'm not sure if you detach from God, if you go through something, if you're going through something, whatever the case may be, you need to do a cleanse. Maybe you should do a fasting, but certainly you need to do a cleanse of your physical environment because there's heavy energy around you. And a cleanse is desperately needed. Desperately needed. Oh, that's why. Because your vibration is rising. Your emotions are rising. It's giving Merkaba, your light body, embracing it. Let's do the law of attraction for advice. One of these journeys, and then we're going to do Angel Oracle just for advice, and we're done. Okay? I said what I need to say. I hope at least. I can create castles as easily as buttons. Number 39. 9 plus 3, I believe, is 12, which reduces to 3. 3 is the divine Holy Trinity. Okay, I can create castles as easily as buttons. When you understand the laws, that's the laws of attraction, then you understand that it is not more difficult to create a castle than it is to create a button. They're equal. It's not more difficult to create $10. Oh no, it's not more difficult to create 10 million than 100,000. It is the same application of the same law to two different intentions. Trying to manifest money into your life. You can't, and somebody knows it, and they want you to do what they want you to do, not what you want to do. That's what this is. That's what this witchcraft is. That's what this binding spell is. That's why you need to cleanse your space in the area. Okay? Now let's get Angel Oracle for your last bit of advice. You're a powerful light worker. Fell out. Earth Angel fell out. But I'm not taking them. Okay. Angels, what's the advice you need to give whoever's going to watch this? Let me get one more. I got one. Get another one. There it is. On the bottom of your deck, cancel, clear, and delete. The same thing this whole reading, Archangel Michael You know it's Archangel Michael because of that gigantic sword. He's the leader of God's army. He's the one that beat Lucifer and beat his ass down. Okay? Use positive words and thoughts, rapidly manifesting into form. Ask your angels to cancel the effect of negative thinking. Okay? First thing that popped out, clairvoyance. Archangel Raziel. I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Now you've got angels here that are guiding you and are giving you things to do that you might be possibly misinterpreting or just not following through. Look up Archangel Raziel and it will show you what it is that that angel is responsible for when it comes to like Archangel Gabriel, he's a messenger. Archangel Michael, he's the warrior. Archangel Raphael is the healer, he heals. Archangel Raziel, he sends you clairvoyant messages, and he's holding a staff that looks like the seven chakras. The seven chakras are like lit up. That's what it looks like. I don't know if my screen is like blurry or something. Alright, so clairvoyance, connecting to your angels, ancestors, and guides. Then spread your wings, Archangel Ariel. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you're ready to soar. Don't be afraid of this negative energy that you feel around you. It is purposeful. It is intentional. And you should know that it's because of your faith. It's because of your abilities. It's because of angels and God, the presence of that you're asking for, that you're open to, that's coming in, but it's also gaining the attention of the enemy. Whoever your enemy may be, Satan himself, demons, people that have demons living inside them, in their mind. You know, usually people with heavy mental disorders or illnesses that they cannot grasp. It is in this physical life, it's a spiritual experience, and there's no understanding of that. People they understand that there's a Bible, that there's multiple different religions that all point to God. Every religion has a different name or word for God, but God is still God. There is one God above all, ever loving, ever powerful. Okay, you know that, and you have faith in that. Maybe you need to read the Bible to help focus and hone in, but you're on the right path. You do need to cleanse. Maybe like a smoothie to cleanse on the inside, maybe fasting, definitely a smudge stick. Okay? Definitely a smudge stick. Definitely you need to invest in ancestor money. And pray when you burn your ancestor money, pray for what it is that you want, whether that be protection. Pray for your ancestors as well. Okay? I hope this message reaches who it needs to reach. I wish you guys the best of luck. I wish you nothing but light and love.